Hello everyone. In this section, I'm going to talk about how to load and transform data in Power BI. Power BI can load data from many data sources via different connectors. For example, Power BI can load the data from the files. Here is a list of files: Excel spreadsheet, text file or CSV file, and XML file. You can load the JSON file. You can load the data from PDF file. And also you can load the data from SharePoint folders. Therefore, Power BI can read the data from many types of data files. Next is the databases. Power BI is able to connect so many kinds of databases. For example, Microsoft SQL Server database, Access database, and also IBM DB2 database, Oracle database, MySQL database, Sybase database, and also SAP HANA database. Here we have the Snowflake database and AWS, Amazon, Athena connections. You also can link to Maria database and also MongoDB. Therefore, using Power BI, you can get the data from many types of database. Let's switch to Power BI to give you a demo. Alright, now I just launched the Power BI, and you will see a Get Data button at here. So you just click this button at toolbar, click it. You will be able to see a list of category on the left hand side, like a file, database, and a Power Platform, and a drawer. And just to click into a file, for example, the right hand side will show you what type of data files you can load data from. And also click here, and it shows you a list of database. Just scroll down and you will see a lot. So similar thing, you just click online services. You will be able to see a list of online services. Scroll down from here and try to find your online services so that the Power BI can read the data directly from these services. Next, let's explain the data load and transform process in Power BI. The left hand side is the data sources. You might have multiple data sources, and then you will load the data from different data sources and then do a transformation. After finish transformation, and then you can start to use the data. So data loading will go through the connector, and transform means you need to do data transformation, cleaning, combining the columns, change the data types, or split the data columns, do some calculate data columns. So we call this type of actions is transform. And after you finish transformation, and then you can use the data to do the reports. Let's switch to Power BI for the demo. First of all, let's look at the data we're going to use today. This is an Excel spreadsheet. It has only one tab, Students. You can see we have a student ID, first name, last name, age, gender, zip code, and also address. We are going to load this set of data into Power BI. So let me switch back to Power BI. How to load the data? You can see here, Get Data. So click the drop down. You can see that you will be able to load the data from different type of sources. For example, SQL Server, text or CSV file, or from web. So let's click Excel's workbook and then choose the file and then click open. And then click student. You can preview the data. From the data we can see that the address has a city, comma, and the state. If you don't want to do any data changes, you can click load. If you want to do some data transformation, then you can click transform data. So let's do the transform data so that we can handle this special address column. So click transform data. So what we are going to do is that we will split this column into two, so that one column is city, another column is state. Then how to do it? So click, then you just choose this column and select this button, split column. You can choose the first one. Now the separator is comma, so you can, if the separator is other space or tab, just to choose the different type. So in our case, we are using the comma to separate it out. And then since there's only one comma, you can choose either way. So let's do this one, but it doesn't matter in our case. So next, we select the comma and then select where to start and then click OK. Now you can see here the address 1, address 2 has been splitted. So let's rename this one. How to rename? Just double click and then you can rename it to be city, and then do a rename here, double click, state. Okay, now we are done with the transformation. So another transformation you want to do is that we have first name, last name. If you want to create a column with a full name, how to do it? So you just simply click this, add a column, and then this. So you can give a name here, give a new column name, full name, and then choose first name, click insert. Next, you add this sign to combine the strings. So you want to add a space between the name, so just add this, and then add another symbol, and then choose last name. So this formula will combine the first name and the last name and add a space between them. So in Power BI, we are using this sign to connect two strings. Use this sign to connect these two strings. Therefore now we have this format. So click OK. Now you can see that the full name has the first name, space, and the last name. First name, space, and the last name. So if you think the data is good, now we just click here and then close and apply the changes. The data will be loaded into Power BI. How to see the data? You click Table View button. Here it is. In my next video, I'm going to use this dataset to create measures and to create reports. Please watch my next video of how to create measures. Thank you.